Hey, it's the Tea List Queen. Welcome to the Tea List. The tea today is lemon tea. No sugar, no honey, just straight lemon. And today I am going to discuss my struggles during pregnancy. Before pregnancy, life was good. I was making six figures. Money was not an issue for me. Life was amazing. And my job at the time, I was remote. It was like really good. I didn't have to go in. I was allowed to work from different places. So they had this one group meeting in office, and they offered me to come. And I was like, I'm in Florida right now. I can't really attend. And then the next time they scheduled another one, and I was like, yes, I'll be there. But I did not know that I wasn't going to be able to attend. I ended up in the hospital with excruciating pain. I'm not going to go deep into what brought me into the hospital, because what brought me to the hospital is the same reason why I have a drain bag. And I can't go into that right now, but I will later on. I swear to you, I will. That is going to be the creme de la creme of my podcast. So I was in the hospital. I couldn't attend. I'll never forget Friday morning when I was discharged from the hospital. I still had my wrist bracelet on from the hospital. And the lady calls me. Well, my manager calls me, and he's like, hey, I'm sorry to let you know that they want to let you go because they've extended 2 different occasions for you to come into the office and you didn't make it. I was like, well, the first time they knew ahead of time that I was in Florida, and this time I ended up in the hospital because I was pregnant. He's like, well, yeah, I'm sorry, this is what they told me. So I'm infuriated because I'm like, this is a fucking lawsuit. I'm sorry for cursing. I shouldn't have cursed. I'm a mother. What am I doing? I will make sure I don't curse again. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so I was like, this is a lawsuit. What the hell are you talking about? So I guess the VP caught wind that I was like very upset. So she's like, Talia, let's hop on a call right now. And I'm like, sure. So I answered, but I did not put my video on. I had just came from the hospital. I'm in tears. I'm still in pain. She's like, and this is what we're talking about. Why is your video not on? I'm like, this is the first time. I literally just came from the hospital. I did not feel like talking on camera. So I turned the camera on. My wristband is still on my wrist. And she's like, I'm sorry that you were misinformed, but we're letting you go because of your performance. I'm like, that's really interesting, because why is this the first time I'm hearing about my performance not being well? And I was like, I need all of this in writing. And then I'm like, you know what, Talia, you don't have the energy to try to pursue a lawsuit, but if any of my coworkers or VPs are watching this, I really hope that you learn not to do what you did, because it was wrong. So now I'm pregnant, first time mom, my first child. I have no job. I'm like, where's the money going to come from? I'm going to start showing soon. Nobody's going to want to hire me. Yeah, it's illegal, but they'll find reasons why they won't hire me. So I was going through it. And not everybody, and I acknowledge that I was blessed, because not everybody has the support system like I do. Like, I have my parents I can lean on. My sisters were there for me. Not everybody has that. So my parents definitely stepped up. My dad was cooking for me almost every damn day. What do you want to eat? What you need? I was like, oh my God. Ariana never, ever made me feel like she was doing me a favor. Like, she was ordering food for me, getting stuff for the baby, got me so excited. She was there to support. Tatiana, every week that I turned a new week, and my week started on a Monday, she would send me a message, happy whatever week, your baby's this big now, I'm so happy. She was eager to go to appointments with me, and I'm grateful for that. Like, although I was stressed that I didn't have money, I did not feel like I didn't have support. And looking back at it, I do see it as a blessing, but before I didn't. My family was like, Talia, you know, you need to take this opportunity to bond with your son. It's not like you live on the streets, you have a home, your family's here to support you. But I'm like, yeah, but I never had an issue with money. Like the day before my birthday, I was supposed to go to Grenada, and I just decided I'm going to go to the dealership and buy a car. Now I have to be very cautious with money. I have to wait for my parents to provide. And although it was like I felt it, like didn't having the money, but my parents made sure I didn't feel it, if that makes sense, because they always provided. I say all of that to say that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You may not see it today, you may not see it tomorrow, but it's there, and I'm here to tell you that I went through it and I came out of it. I was blessed to say that I witnessed my son sit up for the first time. I witnessed him take his first steps Easter Sunday. And I witnessed him saying his first words, like, I am able to say all of this. And you know, I didn't really say this before, but with this pregnancy, like, I felt like Liam, my son, was trying to show me that this pregnancy was going to be full term. I mean, when I first went to the hospital, they did blood work, they confirmed I was pregnant. I was like maybe 5.5 weeks, and they were like, it's so early, but it looks like we can see the sac. And I knew, to me, that was like a communication from God and my son that I'm here and I'm gonna make it. And you know, seeing that my son grow, and I didn't have to worry about people telling me, oh, he did this. I'm like, yeah, no, I saw that already. He did that before. I was blessed. I'm happy and honored that I was able to witness all of this and create all these memories with him. So I am forever grateful that I lost that job, because imagine I'd be stressed working and taking care of a baby. No. I'm in a much better state of mind. I went through therapy, and it was a blessing for me. And also, you know, guys, I'm so sorry I got sidetracked. I got a notification. Our first episode is about to air in a couple minutes, and honestly, I'm so nervous. All right, let me get off of that. Let me continue talking about the struggles. So back to that. Pregnancy can be very lonely. That's why it's always important to have people in your corner that you can confide in, that you can talk to, and that will understand. I'm not saying that my best friends couldn't understand, my sisters, my parents. It's just like it's not that you wouldn't understand, but you wouldn't really get it because you weren't in my situation. And that's when I was able to meet this lovely girl, Christina. Hey, Christina. We ended up clicking. Our lives were so parallel. It was crazy. So I was able to vent to her. She was able to vent to me. Our messages are full of voice notes. Like, I appreciate that friendship, because I realized I was not alone. Like I said before, when you meet other people, you end up realizing how common your story is. And it's like, oh, wow, okay, I'm not the only one that has gone through this. I'm not crazy. And then when you see people that have gone through it and passed that hurdle, it gives you that type of optimism that, okay, I can make it through. Now, you know, I'm able to provide for my son and do things that I couldn't do before. You know, it just wasn't my time at that moment to have a job. It wasn't my time to start working, and it just wasn't my time. It was my time to spend with my son. So I am grateful for that. I'm not ashamed that I lost my job. I was before, but it happens to so many people, and it's nothing to be afraid or ashamed of. It happens, and I'm telling you right now, I applied to maybe thousands of jobs. I paid someone $300 to fix my resume, and I'm the type that once I hit an interview, I usually almost always land a job, and that was not happening for me. And I would cry. And I'm pregnant, I'm stressed, my belly's starting to grow. I'm like, why is this happening? Why am I not landing a job? And then after having my son, after seeing all his milestones, I ended up with a job. And I took for granted how good it felt to get paid on a Friday. So, sometimes God takes things away so you can appreciate them more. When I was making 6 figures, money was like nothing to me. Then he took that away from me, and I realized how valuable it was, and how smart I have to be with the money, especially now that I have a kid. And I just came to that realization just now, which is very crazy to me. So you got to be careful. I would always ask God for strength, and he made me weak. In September, he showed me. I'm not going to get into that. Like I said, I will talk about that later on. But I do encourage any woman who's going through something, if they want to come and discuss or leave comments or talk to me about what they're going through, I'm here to let you know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Everything happens for a reason. You may not see it today, but you will realize it later on. Like I just made that realization with the money. So the second part of this episode, I wanted to talk about realistic expectations. And so I created a vision board for myself with things that I know that I can accomplish. The top 3 of them would be traveling with my son, working out 3 to 4 times a week, and making sure that I drink 2 liters of water. So traveling with my son, I love to travel. I usually go away once a year for my birthday, and this year I am taking my son with me. I just have this fear, and fear is an enemy. I have this fear that maybe he won't react well and that he might disturb the other passengers, but I gotta get over that. I've been on a plane with other kids before. Get over that crap. Working out 3 to 4 times a week, I used to do that with him as a mom. So I can continue doing that. Drinking 2 liters of water. Like, we need to start making plans. Like, New Year's resolutions for me would be some unrealistic goal for myself, and I'd never accomplish it. So I'm just challenging you all to make realistic expectations for yourself, and because it will make you feel good once you accomplish them. We have to start getting into the habit of doing things that we know we can do. Like, don't sit here and say I'm going to save $1 million by the end of next year when you only make $80K a year. Like, let's be real with ourselves. Budgeting, make an Excel sheet, create things that you know you can do, and take time for yourself. Like, there should be no reason why you don't have time to do some self-care activities, and that's part of my vision board as well, making sure that I continue going to the spa at least once a month. Make time for you. Mental health is a very important thing. Without, mental health and physical health go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. So just make sure that your self-care activities are put in the month for yourself. Like for me, I'm going to do it on a Saturday where, my family can, help out with Liam while I go to the spa. Guys, I'm not going to bombard you with so much. I just hope that you guys find my shows inspiring, uplifting, and that I can help somebody else. That's really my main goal. So again, I really hope you share, like, subscribe. For this episode, share this with a mom who may be going through something, or share it with somebody that knows that they need to make a change for the future but has not. So you guys stay safe, enjoy, and I'll see you next week. Toodles. Before I forget, I want to shout out my sister Ryan for doing the visuals for me for my episodes. Shout out to you. The link to her info will be in the comments. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to thank my family and friends for supporting me through this journey. Majority of my subscribers thus far have been family and friends. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm excited to hear the feedback that you guys have from my shows and any suggestions. I am open to it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching and sharing my stories with you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys again stay safe, enjoy. Bye.